So we talked about some of the characters. Let's talk about some of the prizes, or what the main heist. What they're taking. I think a bank job is one of the big ones, but there are other ones. If anybody wants to discuss any in particular, Robbie, is there a particular heist or a prize that sticks out to you, or do you want to talk about bank jobs?
Well, first of all, why bank jobs? Why so many? Why is that so popular? I want to know, Timothy. What do you think?
There's a lot of money in banks, I heard.
Okay.
Really?
I mean, it's like because I guess bank robberies are kind of like one of the most common heists in a heist movie, right? I like some of the other stuff like Goldfinger. Fuck it, Fort Knox. We're gonna go straight to Fort Knox.
Yeah.
That's a great one.
Yeah.
I love Inception, the heist of the mind, basically. That blows me away. That's a heist
Stole his
film.
free will.
Yeah, yeah, right. But I like that movie. Way of the Gun. I didn't count it on my top 5. I love Way of the Gun. I love that movie. Christopher McQuarrie, written and directed. The heist in that movie is they steal an unborn child. I like that, and it's planned out. So it is a heist, but it's kind of. If I allow Way of the Gun, then Taken counts.
Yeah, you open to a lot of kidnapping.
Yeah, anything
kidnapping will be its own thing. But and I think John will agree with this one. But Cars, I love Cars. Like Gone in 60 Seconds, the Fast and Furious franchise. Those are some of the ones that I think are cool. Cars. I mean, it's not as original as The Mind or An Unborn Child, but Cars are just super cool. I like the movie Gone in 60 Seconds, the remake. I've never seen the original. There are a lot of remakes of heist films in which I've never seen the original, and I guess that's why they remade them.
You know why? It's because there's only so many things that people can steal.
I guess so, right?
You have to...
But those are some really cool ideas, and Goldfinger tops it, though, because the ultimate heist to me is Fort Knox.
Yeah.
Even though right now there's probably nothing there.
Yeah.
So that's what I would say.
One that I can reflect on is the movie Three Kings that has Clooney, Ice Cube, and who was the other guy?
Mark Wahlberg.
Mark Wahlberg.
And
Spike Jones.
Yeah.
Another great George Clooney heist movie. He's done quite a few of these.
But anyway, this was set in Desert Storm, and they were trying to find a weapons cache and ended up getting all these gold from Saddam's regime. So obviously, a little bit of sand and a little bit of heat. But I guess the end result is, a lot of gold. So.
Yeah. And that's a great movie because of the crisis of conscience that they have at the end. And that movie gets way deeper than a lot of heist movies actually get, I think.
Oh, yeah. I was going to say, bring up earlier, we were talking about banks, and I think the reason banks are such an easy target or an easy thing to make a movie about is because, realistically, if you do a bank, you don't have to think about what you're going to do with the end. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to convert it to money. You're still a giant diamond. Who are you going to fence that to? Honestly, if Robbie and I went out and robbed an art gallery today, I don't know what the hell I would do with some of this art or who I would fence it to. I don't know anything about fencing.
Yeah. Well, we go to the Huntsville Museum of Art and be like, hey, we got the Mona Lisa.
Yeah, what are we going to do?
$50.
And they just call the police.
$50.
We also don't know the value. I was going to say we don't know the value.
I have no idea what this Picasso's worth.
And we would probably damage it in the process. I don't know anything about storing fine art. Like, we kept this at Robbie's house and the cats tore into it.
But if you're an art thief, you know the art fencers.
Yeah.
But I get what you're saying. But what about the, I don't know, is this a real thing? Because you see this in a lot of movies and shit, but like marked money in banks, like they always...
Oh, they definitely do that.
You steal all this money and you get away and you can spend it, but if they mark it, then they can trace it.
Yeah, they'll record.
And that's fucked.
It's also like in the what they used to do, because now I think they can irradiate bills and stuff like that, so they can be tracked. But like in the older movies, like in the 90s and previous, they would, like, if the cops knew this money was going to be stolen, they'd put the paint packs in it and then get the car and they're like, let's... And they open the bag and the paint goes everywhere.
I don't know if this is part of it, but I think it is because it reminds me of, what's the heist movie where Bill Murray plays the clown with Gina Davis? Because that happens in that movie. Quick Change. That happens in that movie, I think. I remember that movie very vaguely.
It also happens in Pain and Gain, but I mean that's completely opposite of what a heist movie should be. But just in the middle of it, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson happens to try to score some more money so then he can uplift his cocaine habit. So yeah, all of a sudden he loses a big toe because he jumps in to whatever river it is, and then he an exploding pack of money just happens to go all over his Versace suit.
Oh, poor guy.
Versace. Damn shame. The so money, and I was gonna say you can also write that they'll record all the serials numbers off the bills too, and then follow that. That's something they still do, and they've really have done that in history, not just in films, but the FBI and the IRS, and have done that because the IRS has like an internal enforcement. So we can cut that whole part out actually. But I was gonna say one of my favorites is actually sneakers. The box they steal is that decryption. It's an encryption decryptor, and it's ultimately can decrypt anything. And that's such a cool item to steal that you really, and all these governments want it because it can decrypt anything. You could take over any country. You could redirect any airline. It ultimately, I think that was a great item and something more original up until you get the mine for Inception, which is very original. Don't get me wrong. I think that was one of the most original items.
Yeah, that's a good one. And Dave Locke, good buddy of mine, said that's one of his favorite heist films.
Sneakers.
Today was Sneakers.
Great film.
Do you guys consider National Treasure to be a heist film?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, absolutely.
So with the Declaration of Independence, definitely Nicolas Cage.
Yeah, that's actually a good...
Yeah.
Who the hell are you
Yeah.
going to fence that to?
Yeah, right.
I know there's more to it in that story, but can you imagine if you stole that and I'm going to sell it to the Canadians? Be like, we don't.
Someone would obviously probably want to pay for that.
Yeah.
Someone's looking for the... In fact, they may already have it.
Oh my gosh.
They may already have it.
Who wouldn't know?
Goldsmith, is there a particular item you want to talk about?
Was the Thomas Crown affair? It was the paint. The main one he was going after was the painting of the guy with the apple, right?
I barely remember that movie. I watched... Are you talking about the remake in
Yeah.
98? I watched it when it first came out. I haven't seen it since then.
Yeah, I haven't either. I watched it just because I was like, James Bond is awesome. I'll watch this.
Yeah. And I worked at the theater. So.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure it's the painting is called The Son of Man, and it's the one with the... It's just a guy standing there in a suit with a bowler hat.
Yeah, with a bowler hat, and he's got the apple
with
in
the
front
apple
of
in
him.
front of him.
Yeah.
I was talking about him earlier, how he's just a rich bored guy who just starts stealing stuff, and I like that.
Yeah, that's another remake.
Yeah.
Tom.
Yeah.
There's a lot of them.
And also, I don't...
So he could have took up collecting comics or stamps, some shit, but he's gonna rob fine art,
Going to
steal
the store
fine
is
art.
not fun.
Has anyone made a heist movie where someone steals like Detective Comics 27 or Action Comics number 1?
Yeah, that's what I want to see.
That would be Kevin Smith. It's already in the script.
Okay.
I had a question for you guys, though, because I've never seen this movie. Swordfish. Have you seen it?
Yeah.
Not really, no.
I think it's money. It's
I know
Hugh Jackman.
I know that
It's not a very good
they're
film.
Trying to,
No.
Yeah, I know. They're trying to recruit this hacker to steal $6 billion in unused government money so that they can use it to fight terrorism or something. I've never seen it, but is it a heist movie?
I would think it is.
It-
Because
I think it's considered a heist movie, but
Yeah.
I wouldn't say it's
They
considered.
recruit him
a good
against
movie.
his will.
Well, $6 billion is a pretty that's a pretty cool item.
Yeah, it's a heist, but it's ultimately it's about
Timothy already said the Declaration of Independence. Okay.
That's cool too.